Hello everyone. So today we will be continuing our integration, and in today's session we'll be talking more about change data capture. We briefly saw how do we enable the change data capture in our org, and today we will be trying to do few things practically to see how change data capture actually works in an org. Okay, so see, this is very helpful for the situations where you'll have to do something on change of a record. So let's say you have a contact, or let's say you have an opportunity. You've got a requirement where every time you change the stage of opportunity, you will have to create a task. Okay, and then assign that task to, let's say, a particular user. Okay, now you can do a lot of things in a synchronous transaction, and you can also do this thing via trigger. But the problem is that this thing will take a lot of time in the synchronous transaction. And if your transaction is already very heavy, or let's say you have to do something which is not immediately required, but you want that to be done in the backend, then change data capture is something which can be very helpful for us in situations like this, where we'll have to do something asynchronously on change of something. Whenever some data changes, it captures that data in the backend, and then it triggers a couple of automations you have built based on that data change. Okay, we call such triggers as asynchronous trigger. So this also answers the question, what is asynchronous apex trigger? Asynchronous apex trigger is a trigger which runs asynchronously after a database transaction is complete. Depending on which object we have written that trigger, it will track the change in data, and whatever we have written in that code will get executed. This not only is very helpful for the if within Salesforce related thing, but also integration related things as well. Let's say you have another tool, another app, you are working with Salesforce, and you have built a system like whenever something changes in Salesforce, that system also gets notification about it and will be able to perform changes. This works in the subscription model. So publish and subscribe model. The moment data changes, so let's say you have enabled it for opportunity object, the moment something change happens on opportunity object related record, it publishes an event, and then subscriber will be able to subscribe to that event, and they will get the notification that okay, this field on this particular record has changed, so that they can also perform operations on their own end. So whenever you'll have to sync some data between two systems, or even within Salesforce also, let's say whenever an opportunity state changes, you will have to notify a couple of users that the stage of this opportunity changes. You need no longer to go to write a synchronous trigger, or you need not to write a synchronous flow to do that. You can do this asynchronously via the Apex trigger. This is very helpful for situations where your transaction is already very heavy. You are working in a big project where there are so many things happening on each stage of opportunity. Every time you update the opportunity, a lot of things happens in the synchronous transaction.
Mohit, are you sharing something like we can see only your monitor
Yep,
screen,
yep. Not yet.
desktop
I have
screen?
not started. I'm just setting up the template for the. I just want you to know that what is change data capture. Not sharing it. Like I have not started writing anything. I am
Okay,
just
okay.
opening developer console. Are you able to see that now?
Not yet.
No.
Yeah,
No,
it's a problem. Just a second. Let me share it again. Now, are you able to see the developer console?
Yes.
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 Perfect. Okay, so I have not started writing anything. I just want to give you a brief about what is change data capture, and then what is asynchronous Apex, and then we will write some code to see that. Okay. So I was telling you a use case. Let's say you are working in a very big org where Sales Cloud is implemented and your transaction is already heavy. So whenever you update an opportunity, so many things happens. There are multiple workflows, multiple process builder, multiple triggers, and a lot of other things are happening. Now that your transaction is very heavy, you are almost on the verge of getting the CPU timeout. Now, business comes up to you and says that whenever we change the opportunities stage, we have to create a task. We have to notify the opportunity owner, and we have to do, let's say we have to create contract and couple of other things as well. This particular thing is should happen only when we change the stage of opportunity. Okay. And you as a developer know that if you write this thing in the synchronous trigger, then your transaction might fail with the CPU timeout, because when you create a task related triggers and task related operations will also run. When you create a contract related transaction will also run, and it will take a lot of time, and you might hit the CPU timeout. So now you want to move this process to asynchronous epics. Okay, now in asynchronous, you have multiple options. You can go for future method, you can go for queuable epics, you can go for platform events, and with all that, you have an option of change data capture as well. With change data capture, you can capture the change in data, you can capture the change in stage of opportunity, and then based on that, you can create tasks, you can create contract and whatever in a separate transaction. Okay, so this gives you an extra flexibility to do something asynchronously with the help of asynchronous trigger. And not only this, let's say in future, whenever state changes, you have to add a couple of other things, you will add that thing in the same Apex trigger. Okay, so now let us see, there is a use case. Every time I change the stage of opportunity, then a task should get created. Okay, now this is the use case. We will try to see how do we do that. The first step is on setup, we will go and write change data capture. Just for confirmation, you are able to see both of my Salesforce screen. One where I am just using change data capture, and other one is developer console, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll have to enable the change data capture for opportunity object. Okay. Because without that, it will not work. We'll have to first enable the opportunity as an entity, and then it will start tracking the changes on opportunity. Okay. And this is just the one step. That is all we need to do to set this up. Okay. Now that whenever we'll create an opportunity, whenever we'll update an opportunity, that will be recorded in the change data capture, because we have enabled the change data capture for it. Okay. Now, now we will go to we will go to developer console, and we will try to write the new trigger. Okay, so let us select the object. We have selected the opportunity, right? Like our object is opportunity. So we have to refresh this and see if we are getting this. We have enabled it for account, so we are able to get the account related trigger record. So see, for account, change data capture is enabled. That is why you can see account change event as object type to write a trigger on. Similar to this for opportunity, and we have enabled this last session. For opportunity, we will have to go to opportunity and see if a change event type of S object got created or not. So now you can see opportunity change event type of S object has been created automatically. You can just name it anything. Let's name it opportunity change event and submit it. By default, this will be after insert, and it will always be after insert. There is no other operation type is available except after insert, because events can only be inserted. They cannot be updated. So event will only be inserted. That in another manner, you can say it can only be published. It cannot be updated later on. Okay, so only after insert will be available here, and object will be, I should have gave it a different name. Object is opportunity change event, which will track the data changes on opportunity. Okay. So this is automatically created, and now let us write some code on it. Let's write just a boilerplate code on it. Opportunity change event, current opportunity change, trigger dot new. This is an asynchronous trigger. Okay. And by the look of it, you'll not be able to say that like there is no visible difference between asynchronous and synchronous trigger. But the way we write it, it is only available for after insert. Okay, because this is available for change data capture only. Okay, and the object will always be a change event object. Okay, so that is, if somebody asks you what is the difference between a synchronous trigger and asynchronous trigger, there is no annotation as such. The normally we have in the asynchronous Apex, there is no such note annotation, but from the look and feel of it, you'll be able to see that, okay, this is a change event. Change event will always be there, be it a custom object, be it a standard object. Okay. And change data capture is not available for all the standard object, but it is available for all the custom object. Okay. So if somebody asks you, is it available for all the custom object? Yes, it is available for all the custom object, but this might not be available for all the standard object. You can go through the list, Salesforce developer list, to actually see which object are not supported, but major objects I saw that they are supported. Okay. Now there is something called event dot, I just want to debug system dot debug, and I want to
Hello.
see what is there in the current opportunity change variable. Yeah, go ahead.
So can we say that event object, sorry, change data capture is the way to write the asynchronous trigger?
The process is same. To write the asynchronous trigger, you will go to create a new trigger, and then you will have to select the change event object. Whichever object you want to select, that will be change event object. There is no separate way to write asynchronous trigger. Same way you write synchronous trigger, the way will be similar. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remember that it will be on change event, and it will always be after insert. Okay. That's it.
So, Mohit, does this run asynchronously or synchronously?
Asynchronously. Once let's say you have written it on opportunity change event. Okay. You change the stage of opportunity. When the stage change of opportunity transaction will complete, then this will get triggered automatically. You need not to do anything. Okay. So that is what we are trying to do here, is that we will create an opportunity. Okay. And then we will change the stage of it. The moment we change the stage of it, it will create a task for us. We will create a task in this code, and you will see the task getting created automatically on your screen. Okay. Once we successfully write the whole code for it. Okay.
So then if someone asks like what is the difference between the synchronous apex trigger and asynchronous apex trigger, so what would be the best answer to reply?
This the difference is that this will be doing it asynchronously. So the operation which you are doing asynchronously, which will not consume your synchronous limit. Okay, so when you change the opportunity stage, there will be a lot of automations running on that opportunity, right? They will be consuming some time. If you are on the verge of getting the CPU timeout, then maybe creating this task, let's say, is taking 1 second, and you are 1 second away to get the CPU timeout. So you will have to save this 1 second of task creation. So you are delegating that task to an asynchronous trigger to do this thing for you asynchronously, so that your synchronous limits will be intact. Getting my point?
Yeah. So like in synchronous, we generally have one trigger per object is the recommendation. So similar to that, in asynchronous also we have the same process.
No, see, you can write multiple triggers asynchronously as well, but because will get automatically triggered on when you change anything. See, there is nothing like this will trigger only when we change the stage. This will trigger whenever you do anything on opportunity. So you can just write one asynchronous trigger and combine all the logic here in this. So here by if statements, you will write if stage is changed, then do this. Let's say if billing country is changed, then do this. You can combine multiple logics here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So what I want to do now is we have written a trigger on opportunity change event, and we have created a loop for opportunity change event, and we are debugging this instance variable. We just want to see what we get inside it. Okay, so that I can show you what do we get inside it. That's it. Okay, and then we will write our other code. It is very important to understand what do we get here, so that whatever code we write after that will be easier for you. Now coming the debug part, we have written a system.debug, but when we execute it, nothing will come here in the logs, because this change data capture, for change data capture to capture the debugs, you will have to enable a debug on the automated process. This comes under the automated process. So let us set the debug log for the automated process is already there. Let's edit it. Current date. Okay, so just a second right now. Guys, just give me 5 minutes. I need to park my vehicle outside. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. All right, so we have set a debug log for the automated process. If you see here, you will see that the entity type here is automated process. That is the entity type you need to select whenever you have to debug the change data capture, platform event, or even flows as well. Okay, because then only you will get the debug log statement being printed. Okay, so we have done that. Now this is our asynchronous trigger. We do not have anything, just the current opportunity change instance variable. We are trying to print it. So it is just like we write a loop on opportunity, right? If we have a trigger on opportunity, we write a loop on opportunity OPP P and then trigger.new, and then we are just trying to print the opportunity. So instead of opportunity, it is the change opportunity. So we will see what do we get the value out of it when we actually change an opportunity. Now let's go to opportunity and try to change an opportunity. Okay. See if I can change the stage.
Hello, Mohit.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if you want to write the after update or anything other than after
No,
insert trigger on the
no,
change event?
nothing available on after insert. Nothing like after insert available. There is only one thing available, which is after insert. That's it. There is nothing else is available for asynchronous trigger. Okay.
And if I want to process something asynchronously on the after update of an opportunity status, let's say, so how will we
That will
implement
also
that?
be, see, for a platform event, that will be treated as a after insert, because a new event will get generated. So if you are updating an opportunity and you want platform event to get triggered, that will be an after, because for that particular update event, a new platform event will be published. For every update or insert, a new platform event be published, which means a new insert will happen every time you do something. So it will always be a new insert. Even if you are updating the opportunity from the platform event or from the change data capture point of view, it will always be a new insert. Getting my point?
Yeah, okay. Got it.
So you created an opportunity, okay, and there is a change data capture enabled on it. It will capture that a new opportunity got created. Now, let's say you updated, change the stage of it, a new platform event will get triggered. So every time you change it, a new event will get triggered. Okay. Getting my
Okay.
point here? Or any doubt?
Yes, got it. No. For
Yeah.
everything, any updates related to
Anything new
and
happens on opportunity, be it insert, be it update,
will-
a new insert will happen as a platform event, or as a event will be published. You can put it like this, that event will be published. Okay.
inserted or
Yeah, event
published.
will be inserted or event will be published. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And then what you are doing here is that you are subscribing for that event. By the asynchronous trigger, you are subscribing for that event published. You created, you have enabled the change data capture on opportunity object, so that system will automatically publish an event whenever you change the opportunity or whenever you insert the opportunity. And here in asynchronous trigger, you are subscribing for that change. So every time something changes on opportunity, this trigger will catch that change and you will write some logic here, XYZ, that will be performed. So by this asynchronous trigger, you are subscribing for that event. That event is getting published automatically every time an opportunity created or changes. Getting my point? So publishing and subscription both are happening within the Salesforce system. Okay, but in a real environment, this could be different. Subscriber could be outside of Salesforce as well. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes,
Yes,
Mohit.
Perfect. So now let us, we have changed the stage of opportunity. Let us see if we got anything in the debug log or not. Let's refresh this. And you can see here a lot of debug logs got created. This is platform event trigger. This is platform event process. This is platform event trigger. Okay, let's try to view them. You can see this is our variable which we wanted to debug. Current opportunity change. This is the debug log got printed. What it has, let's see. Let me okay. Are you able to see it now? Guys, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes.
This is our debug log of current opportunity change variable, and this is what it has. This is opportunity, this is replay ID, this is the event ID, this is the event bus dot change event header, and this will tell you that what field got changed. Get changed field will give you what are the fields which got changed. So these are the fields which got changed. So if you will have to put the logic, like every time an opportunity stage is changed, you can check if get field dot change equals to stage name. That means stage name got changed, and then you can check for the value. If the stage name value is, let's say, XYZ, then do this. Similarly, probability also got changed because we changed the stage. Is closed. It was already a closed opportunity, but we changed the stage to prospecting. That means is closed also became false. Is one also became false. Forecast category got changed. So these were the fields which got changed as the originated operation, which actually changed this or triggered this particular change. Similar to get change field, you will also get change type. So whether it was an insert or update. So how will we distinguish if it was an insert operation which triggered the change data capture, or it was an update operation which triggered the change data capture? You will get by get change type. So you will get a lot. This is the opportunity ID. Get record ID will give you the opportunity ID. Similar to this, there are so many other things. You can get almost everything related to that opportunity in the same transaction itself. so that you can use that and create the additional values in it. Okay. So this is very important for you to understand that what happened in the backend and which triggered this. So we subscribed this, and then because of the subscription, we were able to get the current opportunity change record. This current opportunity change record contains all the things which got changed because of this particular transaction, which triggered this particular event. Okay. So this is something which is very important for you guys to figure out later on. Do it on your own, otherwise you will forget everything and you will not be able to tell this in an interview with confidence. That is why I want you all to do this on your own. You will do it on your own, you will be able to answer it with confidence. Because see, topics like platform events and topics like change data capture are all about confidence and whether you have practically done them or not. If you have done them practically, you will be able to tell them. Otherwise, you will always have minimum information and interviewer will obviously be like, okay, you do not know much about it. You are just kind of bluffing or just saying for the sake of saying. So try to do it practically. Now here you can write a lot of things. Because now you have got current opportunity change variable, and then inside that we have so many things. Okay. This comes under event bus dot change header. So event bus dot change header dot, if you get change field name, you will be able to get all those things. And then based on the update type, yeah, based on get change type, you can see, you can write like this. If okay, just copy paste it because we might make the spelling mistake. Event bus dot changed header dot okay, we'll have to just change it. Please copy and show the content on. Were not you able to understand it from the screen itself, guys? Whose doubt is this? Shubham, are you able to see it now? Any problem you have with your mic? Huh? When I'm continuously speaking, can you speak yes or no at least on your mic? On your mic, I'm asking.
Yes, yes, Mohit.
Was it too difficult for you?
No, no.
Okay, let's do this. So you will get a lot of different context variables out of this current opportunity change, which comes inside it, and current event header, change event header is the main thing under which all of these comes. Okay. So you will be able to get all the changed field. You will be able to get the change origin. This is basically for the API integration purpose. You will be able to get the header of it, the change type, which is insert or update. So based on insert, it will either get insert or update. Based on insert or update, you will be able to see if it was an insert operation or the update operation. And then these are some timestamp field. And that's pretty much like all the field. These are null fields, so you will not get any data. Yes, Swapnil, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The question might be some not good. There is one functionality called field tracking. Field tracking,
Sorry.
where we can. There is one functionality called field tracking,
Uh-huh.
where we can track all the fields of a particular object.
Mm-hmm.
So how it helps does it relate to this topic?
See, that is field tracking, like it will tell you, let's say you have enabled the field tracking on the stage field. Okay. So that you can check the field history of it. Like earlier it was, let's say, in qualified opportunity, then from qualified opportunity, somebody changed it to business negotiation. You will be able to track it that, okay, this was changed. That is more for the reporting purpose. That is more for the doing the post-mortem purpose. Like this has happened because of this has happened, doing post-mortem. Plus this is good for the reporting purpose, like how many opportunities have got changed from this to this stage, something like that. But when it comes to the process automation part, when you want something to get executed automatically on the change of this, you have to go for the automation tool, right? Field tracking is just for the tracking purpose, so that you will be able to see that, okay, this field was changed. By whom? You can also check that, but this will not do anything. That will not do anything else except that. You will have to either go for the process automation asynchronously or synchronously to do something automatically. Salesforce has given this additional features for to do these things asynchronously. That does not mean that this cannot be done synchronously. Most of the companies, or most of the time, you will do this synchronously. But when you work for an org where things are already very heavy, you do not have any bandwidth to squeeze in any of the synchronous thing in a particular transaction, then you will have to take help from the asynchronous options available. This is one use case. There are multiple use cases. This is use case where you'll have everything in the Salesforce system itself. We are not talking about any external system. When you have an external system in place and you have an integration in place, and that integration is just syncing data between Salesforce and any other tool, and you want that if I change anything in my order object, that change should also happen on the other system. In that case, you can write something like change data capture here, enable the change data capture in Salesforce, and let other systems subscribe for that change data capture, so that every time, let's say I change the order stage, that will publish a platform event, or that will publish a change notification, and somebody in the third party system who has subscribed for it will get a notification of it, so that they both will sync the data between these two systems. So the use cases are within Salesforce as well as outside of the Salesforce. The use case I'm showing here is only for within Salesforce, because outside of Salesforce is beyond the scope of these classes. But I tell you that that is also possible. In fact, that is the main use case why we use change data capture and platform events, to integrate system with other systems. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. At least we can explain.
Yeah, there are various ways by which they can subscribe for it, like they can also subscribe it like the way we subscribe for asynchronous trigger, we have an option. Similarly, there are mechanism on we can say by the tooling API, by the metadata API. If you explore the workbench, there I think is also an option for this to get the subscription of it. And there is I tell you, I just don't know the name of it. The streaming push topics, and then for the generic subscription, here you will have to write some push topics, and I think this is not enabled for my org, but then here you can also write down the push topics, and then you will get the subscription for it whenever we publish something in this system. Okay. Yes, we also use the comment ID and replay ID we get here in this notification itself. We also use them. You can go through the Salesforce documentation if you want to go, if you want to know more. Salesforce change data capture guide and learn in detail. That is way beyond the scope of these classes. This is just for the interview purpose. So I just told you the basics of it, but the sky is the limit. You can explore as much as you want to explore on this by the developer guide of it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Perfect. I have to rush to another call. So sorry. I will finish my call at 6. So anybody wants to connect after 6, I'm available for the doubt sessions. Let's do that doubt session if you guys want today. But I'll have to cut it short because I have another call. It was at 5, but because I left in between, I extended that by 30 minutes. Okay. So I'll see you guys at 9 if you want.